Luke, welcome back to the show, buddy.
Good to be here, Mikey. Miss you.
Yeah, miss you too, man. Been a while, dude. Jeez.
Well, now I need to get my ass out to Thailand.
All we got is the Skypes now. We used to talk all the time and train and all this stuff, and now it's just like Skype appointments for podcasts.
It's as intimate as we get. We can't punch each other in the face anymore. It's so rude.
That's true. We've had our moments doing that, so that's saving our brain cells a little bit. But somebody's back. Tell me a little bit about that, dude.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I'm, I've taken some time off to just get my body right. Had quite a few surgeries and able to navigate the waters and feel good about it. Just giving some time to do me, organize life, do business, live. It's hard to live when you fight.
Yeah, I watch you live through your Instagram, man. You're having a good time.
Yeah, so I've gotten that out of my system, and I'm starting to get that fire back where I want to come smash some heads. And I think, body feels good. I'm walking around at 205 pounds. Everything's pretty smooth. I just need to find some sucker to take the fight.
So it's going to be 185 only? Is that where you're going to stay?
That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm walking at 205 pounds. So I think for me, that's where I feel good. That's where I feel light. That's where I feel fucking comfortable. And that's where I've done my damage. I've won my world titles, and I plan on doing it again.
What do you think about the division now, like the state of the division with where it's at? And Vittori's fighting Adesanya now. I just had him on the podcast recently, but not Adesanya, but Vittori. But he's fighting Adesanya now, and then Whitaker's right there. What do you think about these guys compared to when you were back in there fighting?
I think there's some credible characters, and I think there's some guys that are just existing. So Whitaker's proven himself over and over again, and I don't understand how he's overlooked and what he deserves, because it's starting to remind me of boxing at this point.
Yeah,
Whitaker's just like, there's just no what is this Italian kid? Why is he getting a title fight? Who is he beating? He beat two guys coming off losses that aren't ranked in the top 5. Both are either one of these guys ranked in the top 5. He beat two guys coming off losses where Whitaker has beaten every top guy, every dangerous guy that no one wants to fight.
Yeah. No, I get you.
Over and over again after defending his title. Man should have got an immediate title rematch if he wanted. And it just doesn't make sense why these guys are getting pushed.
I think they called him and he said no, and that's why they went back. They just went right on to the next guy.
Yeah.
He needed more time or something, so.
Yeah, there's other guys that saying no too. They need to say yes.
Yeah. Well, Vittori said yes. The thing is with Vittori, though, I mean, he did fight him to a split decision. That's his last loss. He did prove against Holland that he can take people down fairly well and punch going in. So unlike Paulo Costa, who can put that pressure on Adesanya, who just didn't do it, Vittori could put that pressure and also be coming in with punches, not be afraid to be hit. And also change angles on the takedowns. He did really good at changing angles on the takedowns with Holland to make sure that he secured those takedowns, and he held top position pretty well. So, I mean, not only did he beat him or lose to a split decision to Adesanya last, but he also proved that he's improved his game in ways that could possibly challenge Adesanya. So I could see how the fight makes sense. But, obviously Whitaker was the first choice. Whitaker said he needed more time, and so they just went right on to Vittori, and Vittori said yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I get what you're saying. I mean, I understand what you're saying when it comes to the whole leading up process. I mean, I think Vittori was surprised to get the call too. So, I mean, it's one of those situations where they just needed somebody to say yes, and it made sense, and they made it happen. Who are you looking at? I mean, obviously you wanted Weidman. Weidman's out. Are you looking at anybody in particular, stylistically, or just that you want to fight in general, or is it just kind of whoever they say? And then also, do you have a contract? I mean, are you set? Are you for sure returning and everything's locked, or are you still working on that?
I mean, I have a contract with the UFC. Yes, nothing's set until it's set.
Yeah.
I can. I've always been able to rewrite whatever's in front of me, if need be. But I mean, it's really about finding someone who's going to fight.
Yeah.
I need to find a top 10 guy who's ready to sack up and ready to fight. There's already been multiple people in the top 10 and making excuses why they don't want to fight me.
That's understandable. I mean, that makes sense.
It's just like who the fuck are you to turn down the fight? Where's your entitlement and what you think you have? My last fight it's against Yoel Romero. missing weight for a world title in Perth 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've left the rankings, but I'm not really left the rankings. I'm still there, just as much as I want to be. And everyone knows who I am and what I can do. And I think everyone's just making excuses why they don't want to fight me right now. So we've been hunting down the list and trying to find something credible, something fun, something exciting. I'm not just gonna go fight anybody. You know, it's like I want something that gets me excited, gets the fans excited, and has a little momentum. You know, something that makes somewhat of sense. So you know, I want to come back in. I want to do this thing right.
All right, fellas, you want to help the podcast? Here is your opportunity. You can save 20% now and get free shipping on the best below-the-waist men's grooming products on the market by going to manscaped.com, manscaped.com. Today, use code QUICK. That's my nickname, not how you use the product. And you get 20% off, free shipping. It's a win-win for everyone. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels, and now they're available in Europe, Canada, and Australia. And yes, I actually use these products. I'm getting more shipped right now. I got the Manscaped bag here, got the preserver, got the reviver, the crop mop, a whole bag of crop mops, and they even give you this. So you can actually use Manscaped to manscape your eyebrows and your toes. Huh? It's like the best. It is everything you need to appeal to your lady friend. So, don't thank me. Thank yourself for going to manscaped.com, entering code QUICK, and getting your order at 20% off discount and free shipping. And so what about all these rumors of, I mean, not rumors, I know it's been happening as well, obviously. Khabib training you for this fight. Is he going to train you full-time for this fight or what?
You know, full-time is an interesting
I don't mean
thing,
full-time. I mean, is he going to train you at all for this fight?
Yeah. You know, if I fight Kevin Holland, I'm sure Khabib will be in my corner.
Yeah.
My wrestling coach. Khabib will be my wrestling coach for that one.
Yeah, for sure.
But what is that? Yeah. I'm just joking. We'll see. You know, it's like I'll train with Khabib. I think they're coming out next month, I believe. So I'll venture up. I'll train with them a little bit, but I like to just go where I want. You know,
where
I want and pull from everybody. But Khabib's always been, you know, we've always pushed each other.
Yeah.
To so many, you know, you need someone who really knows that intensity and knows how you click and how to push you further.
I think that's a big misconception people get when they see that Khabib's going to train you or train with you or whatever, or help coach you a little bit. Because obviously he's helping with Hav. The big misconception is like at AKA, we had coaches at AKA, but the biggest thing we had was each other. And I think a lot of people don't realize that is like, you know, we pushed each other. And so it's like, yeah, you could say we always coached each other, right? Because during Airdyne, a lot of times there were no coaches around most of the time. And so it was like us pushing each other. It was DC, it was you, it was Kane, it was me, it was whoever had the fight coming up. And who was the most motivated was pushing everyone else, which was usually you doing the workouts after the Airdyne. And then we'd do another 20, 30 minutes of like sit-ups and calisthenics and all kinds of other shit after the Airdyne was completely over with. You ran that for everybody. So it's like, it's not new for me to hear Khabib's train you, because it's not that he's training you or might train you or might train with you. It's the fact that like we've all done that. It's no different. When people look at it like, oh, it's an official coaching position and he's going to sit there every day and tell you what to do and all this kind of stuff. It's not like that at all. It's about having a teammate there who has trained with you many times for many fights, who just, you know, out of respect of being your teammate and been through hell with in the training room, they're just with you. And you know, I think we've all coached each other. And so I think it's kind of like a big misconception when people hear that coaching part, that it's like just a coaching world. And it's not about the whole team aspect and also the whole aspect of being a teammate with somebody, because that's what you do as a teammate.
Exactly. Yeah. It's an iron sharpens iron world. And you push each other to those heights. And that's the reason why we are who we are. That's why we're AKA.
That's why we were AK. So let me ask you, what's the deal with this? Can you just beat up Jake Paul real fast and get it over with, knock it out, and get some money, and then get on with your career after that, if you even need to? Because like, I'm kind of getting tired of this guy messing around with people. Dude, when he started like calling out DC and getting in his face and stuff, that was like too much for me, man. It's like, and then now he just pulled Floyd Mayweather's hat off, like so untied his shoelaces. Like what Why is this guy getting away with this against real fighters? And he's afraid to fight real fighters. He's afraid to fight them in their own game. He's like the most famous boxer, one of the most famous boxers in the world right now, definitely, and draws. And he's never fought a guy. Not only has he not fought a boxer, he hasn't fought a guy who's ever trained in boxing. Not one guy who's trained in boxing in his life he's fought. And yet he's one of the biggest draws in fighting. And now he's venturing over to the Lion's Den and he's messing with fighters, like real fighters, and he's refusing to fight them in their own game. He's fighting them in these rules matches where you have where we have to take away 90% of or more than 90% of our weapons to fight this guy who's training full time just to punch. And it's just yeah, just beat his ass. Can you do that for me? Make a few $1 million and enjoy yourself?
I'd do it for free.
Don't say that, dude. Don't say that. You can make a lot of money doing that.
Here's the thing. I mean, he's not going to fight. There's not much of a point of talking about it because he just wants the attention of it. The dude's not going to fight anybody worthwhile. He doesn't have the balls. It just adds to exactly what the world is. The world is fake. The world is running off fucking fake coins, fake people, fake accounts, fake fucking everything. Everything is fake. Everything is fake. The world's fake. These NFT things, all kinds of shit. Everything's a hoax. And it's a joke and it's sad. It's sad to see where the world's going. And so, hey, go make your money. Go make your money, kid. But if you really want to fight, if you really want to sack up, like Chuck Liddell hit me up earlier, saying that Chuck had called him out or something, asked for a picture, and Chuck never even did that. And then this kid's spouting off, saying he's begging for a picture, doing some shit Chuck's wife was sending me all this stuff earlier today, just about showing me what the transition was. It's all fake. It's all a lie.
Yeah.
People are just looking. They're looking for any attention they can. Even got Floyd's broke ass Mayweather, who's indebted probably to the fucking IRS, looking like a damn bum out there.
Yeah.
So desperate, he's willing to play the games with these little YouTube kids. You know what I mean? You got one of the greatest boxers of all time, quote unquote, engaging one of the greatest boxers, has made the most money.
For sure, that.
Probably than any athlete.
Yep.
And is still somehow broke. And it still somehow has to fucking fight these fake YouTube wannabe boxers to pay off the IRS to whatever he's doing because he looks like goddamn hell. What the fuck is that guy doing? God.
Yeah, it was weird that his hair looked so bad, and he looked like he didn't even prepare for that. Like he just woke up after a week and then just showed up at that press conference. Because when you get your hat, if I pulled your hat off right now, that shit would flow down perfect and model and shit, 100%. But Floyd, dude, he pulled his hat off and it was bro, he hadn't combed his hair in a week, dude. I was like, dude, you're like a multimillionaire, dude. You should have you should be ready to go at all times, no matter what you lose, no matter what happens. So it's kind of weird how that happened. Dude, those pictures of him chasing after Jake look so bad, man. so unlike a millionaire.
Bad. He just looks bad. He looks lost. He looks bad, and he should just go back into his hole. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah. Are you even going to pay to watch that fight with Logan Paul? Or because I'd rather pay to watch a fight Jake than Logan. Logan's 0-1 against a YouTuber. How in the world is he going to fight the best boxer of all time? And why I don't want to pay and even support that fight.
Yeah, I ain't gonna pay to watch it. I don't have to. I know everybody at Triller. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I mean, it's here. Logan Paul is a lot bigger than isn't he bigger than Jake?
He's I think he's 200 pounds, 225 or 210. He's up to fight between 2 and 210 pounds. So he's a big guy. So he has that going for him, but that's also going to make him slower too. You got to think about that. When you're sparring somebody and you're not clinching and wrestling, sometimes the smaller guy has an advantage. Even at different levels of striking. You know what I mean? Just because of that speed of movement.
Yeah. I mean, you expect Floyd. You expect Floyd to be able to move around it, but you never know. He's old crippled ass.
Moving on real quick to something more important. What's your day like, man? What is so you decided to come back into fighting? Now you're back in fighting, or planning to fight at least. What's your day like now? How much are you training, and what are you doing, and what's your training camp, or not training camp, but just what's your training like? I'm
training, man. I'm training 5 days, if not more, a week. I've been trying to keep my sanity through the process, but I can't get a fight date. Can't get a fight date. No one in the top 10 wants to sign the contract.
Do you know of anyone that said no, or is it just the UFC is telling you that nobody wants to fight you?
There've been the few guys that have turned on the fights, and then all in the top 10.
Are they using the excuse that like you've been gone for a while to try to act like they're not scared, or are they just straight up saying, "I'm not going to fight that guy. I want to fight a better match"?
I don't know. There's entitlement of certain guys that I don't quite understand, and it's strategy and whatever. This, and then make excuses because I'm not ranked at the time, right now. But we all know the truth, and I expect something to come soon, and when I'm ready to attack, I'll attack.
And of course you will. And I still think you're the most underrated, even though you've done so well and you've won the championship and you've shown so many skills. Like, I still think there's so much you have from training with you for so long that you still haven't shown, or you haven't shown to the fullest extent. And I think that's something that a lot of people don't know, obviously, because they haven't seen it. Do you but what's your training like? I mean, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing on a daily basis or just during the week?
I'm working 3 days a week up here. I got a boxing gym up here at Church of Boxing, so I got
cool.
some great trainers there. Hard work, man. Putting in the time, running at night. Can't beat the cardio. Road work is undefeated, so you got to put that in. As you get older, the cardiovascular system doesn't always operate as well as it used to. So you got to push harder. I'm at Ruka 3 days a week down there too, and so we got a great team and Perillo, and there's always great wrestlers, and we got Checkmat, Bushesha, and a lot of the guys that are always filtering through. There's so many good jiu-jitsu guys, and so I mean I got a great base system, and I can bounce out to Florida anytime. Work with Hoofed and the Sanford team out there. So that, and then you got Khabib and the boys coming back next month. I know Duran wants me to come up and help him get ready for he's got some fight coming up too. So all the Russians, all the boys are coming in. Yeah, I dabble up, mix it up. And I think that for me is the change and not staying so grounded. Like everyone's so like, MMA is everyone thinks it has to be this one team that's going to learn everything from. It's like, right. That's a falsity. It's like, why would you be able? You can't learn everything from one team. I understand you want to have your core, your family, people you trust. And you have that. It's like, but if you really understand whoever you're around and all the people you're around, you can still have that, and you can still learn from all these different sources that really care. They're really there for you. So don't limit yourself. And for me, it's like I'm learning so much everywhere else, and I'm getting better and better. And everything that's like a lot of things I've neglected. You find certain people that really make you respect those be mindful of those little situations and everything you're doing. Little things you've neglected over the years. Well,
3 things real quick, going on what you just said. First of all, you just lost the Jake Paul fight because you admitted to training in boxing at Churchill. So now that you're out, because you've already trained in boxing, so there's no chance he's going to fight you. So you lost that fight just now. Sorry about that. Sorry for that $2-3 million you just lost.
That was never an option.
It's for sure not an option now. So you lost that fight. Number 2, I need some of these guys from Ruka on my podcast. So you got to help me out, dude. I got Cheeto, but I want to get I'd love to have Mackenzie on just to have her on. I'd love to have a couple of other people from Ruka. So you got to help me after the podcast, get a couple more of these Ruka, especially the trainers and stuff too, to get on the podcast. And number 3, and I go with you on this too, because I'm AKA to the core. I think everyone can admit that I'm the most AKA. I got AKA Thailand. I'm doing AKA licensing. I'm AKA to the core. But at the same time, going off of what you said, people don't realize this. And even though I'm in Thailand, but I spent, every single camp in Thailand before I ever started my camp at AKA. So a lot of my knockouts, a lot of my skills came from Thailand and not from AKA. And that was while I was still full-time AKA, training at AKA. So what you're saying is absolutely true. You pick up skills from everyone, everywhere. A lot of my skills for striking and definitely Muay Thai all came from Thailand. That didn't come from my training partners at AKA. And that's how I won a lot of fights. So I agree with you 100% on the fact that you got to mix your training up and train with different people and do stuff. And I think that's part of it as well. You got to have a core team and you got to have your core loyalty and all that, but you definitely can learn from everyone. So I can definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, you're limiting your learning curve. Martial arts is worldwide, and everyone practices different arts, and everything works differently for everybody else. And so you have to, give everything a try and absorb it, see if it works. Then you're in, you're out. It's like this is you can't limit yourself in life. Life is if you stay in a bubble, it's similar to finding your love, the love of your life, which is your neighbor. All right, and then a few years later, it's in the next city. A few years later, it's in the next state. A few years later, it's in the next country. We have the world at our fingertips. We can learn and have whatever we want. And it's a weird reference, but it works. It's the truth.
What's up, everybody? I am here in Thailand. This is the first time I've ever been here. Been dying to come here for years. Mike Swick, he's one of the big reasons he's been trying to pull me down here. What he built down here, AKA Thailand, is incredible. There's people here from all over the world. You can train mixed martial arts here, jiu-jitsu. They have weightlifting, they have cardio, and obviously they have Muay Thai, boxing, everything. I'm telling you guys, I know everybody wants to go to Thailand because Thailand's so cool, but you can't come to Thailand without coming to AKA Thailand. Come on.
Last thing, give me a quote for your return to fighting. What's the biggest thing that you want to get out there and you want to prove and you want the world to know as far as you coming back?
Man, I'm just here to prove to myself. I just know that I have a lot left to give. I know that I have not performed to my potential. There's certain weights and things that have been on my shoulders, and so I know that if I can go out there and I can be present and give it all my all, that I can go out there and I can do things that no one has ever seen from me yet, and I can go out there and beat everybody in my path.
Yeah. All right, and then lastly, how much do you miss your boy in Thailand?
My boy, I miss everything.
You gonna come visit or what?
You gonna promise me 3 days of just of touring? we pretty much did everything you could do in 3 days.
For the record, you barely survived 2 days with me, and you were gone. So can you do 3 days with me or no?
Wait. I almost survived, man. You're the one who almost got eaten by a damn cobra.
Yeah, but you barely survived 2 days, and you were out, dude. You were gone. So you got to stay for at least 3 days or 4 days and see if you can handle that.
Yeah, no doubt. After we get a fight locked.
We went hard though, dude. Do you know how much we spent? Dude, Thailand's hard to spend money, bro. We went through a lot. We did so much shit for 2 days, dude. Like we did so much stuff.
Remember the tiger almost trying to eat us in the cage?
Dude, there were tigers, there were snakes going out every night, boats, island. Dude, we couldn't have done more in 2 days for sure.
We can't.
You almost died from a tiger. I almost died from a snake. I mean, dude, this was all in 2 days, and we were both exhausted both times. So come back. What I'm saying is come back, dude. Let's try to survive 3 days.
Let's set the bar for next time.
All right, brother. Listen, man, good talking to you, bro. Happy to see that you're back. Can't wait to see you fight again. And I'm more excited about seeing you come out to Phuket. Well, not more excited, but definitely as excited about seeing you come out to Phuket. And it's just good to see you healthy, man. And just to check on you real fast on all that, all your surgeries are good. Your body's good. Your health is good. You're ready to go?
Yeah. For the most part, everything's good. The shoulder was the biggest thing. It was kind of deteriorating over the years. And so I had the shoulder surgery about over a year now ago.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest. I had a few other things. Obviously, the shin is a big issue. Some stupid miscalculation on doing that. And but I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I just need a right opponent. Sign the contract. Let's go, boys.
All right, well, plead, dude. Make a plea to these fucking assholes to get a fucking say yes on the contract and get a fight with you.
Hey, you don't plead. You force. I'm gonna force feed these kids. They're gonna have to take it one way or the other. I'm just trying to align the right date, the right time, and I'll attack when the time's ready.
Well, I know it's hard to lock you down for a time for a podcast, but listen, man, you got to promise me when you do get a fight and it is scheduled and you're training and you get close to the fight and it's about to happen, like, before fight week, during fight, whenever you choose, you got to promise you're going to come back on the show and give me a quick update. Let me know how your camp went. Let me know how your mindset is. Let me know how you're prepared for the fight. We'll make it quicker than this even. We'll even do like 15 minutes or something, just real fast, just to give me an update and let me know how you're doing. And then I can wish you luck and everything and we can watch your fight.
I'm always here for you, Mikey. Let's do it.
All right, brother. Hey, man, listen, it was good talking to you. I miss you, man. And I can't wait to see you and watch you fight.
Stay safe out there. I'll see you soon.